What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Alright guys, what I have for you today is a pumpkin patch pumpkin farm. Looks pretty simple, but there's actually a lot going on the inside. There's actually 4 separate pumpkin farms inside this little farm here. It's pretty cool. And obviously we collect all the pumpkins inside here. And I even have a dye station. Okay, so you can leave it up or leave it closed. You don't have to put them all around. I did just because, you know, I like to be able to go up to something and just hit it from any angle. Doesn't matter which angle. But yeah, this is a dye station with orange dye in there, so you can dye things orange just to keep the spirit of Halloween going. Okay, and everything obviously comes to one central point right there. Now, I've done a couple of tests where I actually covered this up, but for some reason, the plants do better when they're exposed to light like this. I thought as long as it was lit up, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to move if I cover it up. So like if I do another layer of that on top, it doesn't seem to do well. But then I thought about it. Pumpkins are kind of flat on the top anyway. So yeah, let's just get into what you need and how to build it. All right, let's pick an area right here. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some dirt, some jack-o'-lanterns, 2 chests. I think about 10 hoppers, 4 pistons, 4 observer blocks, about 10 to 12 pieces of redstone dust. Take some glass, a couple of water buckets, 1 item frame. The bone meal is just for me. The dye, if you want to use it, you can take some orange dye. You're going to need 1 piece of orange concrete, 2 pieces of green concrete, 4 pumpkin seeds, obviously a hoe, 1 pumpkin, that's just for the item frame, some wooden trapdoors, and some cauldrons. Now, the reason I said pumpkin patch is because, honestly, I think this would be best if you built a bunch of them in a row and just have like this as your, you know, just kind of scattered about a little bit, and it would be your pumpkin patch pumpkin farm. I thought they would look really cool together. I don't think there's really that many supplies to it. All right, so let's just get into building it. Okay, first what we're going to do is we're going to find a place to build it, and then you're going to put 3 jack-o'-lanterns facing inward, so obviously you don't see their faces. Okay, then just do 1 diagonally, then another 3, then another 1 diagonally, then another diagonal, 3, then 1, 3, and 1. Okay, so it should look something like this. You're going to build that up 4 times. Okay, so you're going to do this 4 times. It doesn't matter which way the pumpkins are facing as long as they're not facing out. So the fact that I have like, here, I'll do it over here. The fact that like this one is different, it really doesn't matter. Now, if you're OCD, like obviously that would bother me if it was facing out, but since I don't see it, it's kind of out of my mind. So if you're OCD, just make sure you face them all the same way, even though they're not going to be seen. Okay? Now pick an area that you want to be your front. I'm going to say this one. You could do this last. I know that you're already inside here if you're on survival, so you could do that last. Just make sure you dig out the spot. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, since I'm not doing it last, I'm going to put, why can't I fall? There we go. Put my before I do the double chest, I like to put this underneath. You don't have to do that. I'll do it right there too, but I like to do that. Okay, put your double chest. Come in here with your hopper. Go into the chest with the hopper and then into that hopper. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little cross in the middle. Okay, and all of those are going to have hoppers that connect into this line. So all the hoppers just have to connect into each other. Okay, and then that same cross, we're going to go hopper, 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 hopper. Okay, right where that cross was. And then in the middle, we're going to crouch place. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Definitely not what I want to do here. Crouch place, there we go. What we want to do is crouch place the water right in here. Okay. Then what you do is you just take some dirt and you just put all the way around. For the corner blocks right here on the left-hand side, you can use other blocks, but, I mean, just take dirt. It's the cheapest one. There you go. Okay? Perfect. Now what we're going to do, okay, so if you're staring at a wall of 3, here's the middle. Go to your left, and you're going to put all of your pistons right on the left-hand side, just like that. Okay? Now just take another piece of dirt, since you have it, and just stick it right there. And then just get a piece of dirt over the water as well. Okay, so it should look just like that. Cool. Now we actually don't need hoppers, that or that anymore, so we'll take out our hoe, that, and that. All right, now in this corner right here, so not in front of the piston, obviously, but in that little corner by itself, we're going to till that land. We're going to put down our pumpkin seeds. And then for me, I'm just going to use bone meal. I just suggest you use bone meal. I mean, why not? I'm sure you guys have, before you made this, I'm sure you built a mob farm. Usually that's one of the first builds in any world. Okay? Perfect. Now what we're going to do is just put down, really quick, just put down a piece of dirt. This is just a temporary block. And then we're going to have an observer facing up. Okay, then go back in there, break that dirt block, just like so. Cool. Now what we're going to do is just put dirt over the piston and the other dirt block. Okay, again, dirt is just the cheapest. And then you can put dirt all along right here, the middle. Make sure you do not cover that hopper, obviously. You want to make sure that's open. Okay. I know it has a really bad look to it. I can't really help the shape of it. I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and just put our glass right there, right next to the observer. Okay? Now what we're going to do is on top of the observer and the block there, so observer and the block next to it, which is technically the one above the piston, we're going to put dust. And then we're just going to put dust in the middle of the observers. Perfect. Okay, and then just go ahead and put a piece of dirt there. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, before we put this dirt, the one above the above the pistons, break that really quick. Put down a block and then put down a jack-o'-lantern. So put down just dirt real quick. Put down a jack-o'-lantern, and then break that back. And put your perfect. And put your dust really quick. Make sure that there's no, look down there. Yep, there's no pumpkins that grew in the meantime. No pumpkins. If there are, you just break this glass and then break the pumpkin and put it back, because it's going to lock and the piston's not going to work. Actually, you know what? One would be okay because it'll activate all of them. But just make sure you do that anyway. Okay, and then put that block back in the middle. Now what I went and did here is I put glass above that piece of dirt and that other piece of glass, but you can actually go ahead and put dirt here if you want. Okay, and by the way, the glass does not have to be orange. I just figured it works with the build. It's not that important. I mean, it's going to be on top, but you know, for consistency's sake, I always like to do it. Okay, and now we can just finish it off. Just do these 3 right here. Beautiful. And then fill this in with your glass. Perfect. Okay, and that middle can be whatever you want. I'm just going to go ahead and put dirt down. Just like that. Okay, we can get rid of that, and that. And let's bring out that. We don't need this anymore. We don't need any of the redstone or glass. Let's just bring down all the stuff we're going to need now. The cauldron. We're going to need the dye. And we're going to need that. Okay. And then we're just going to find out where that front is, right here. And we're just going to take a piece of green and go next to it and right like that. I know it kind of sucks that I have the green floor for this, but it'll look a lot better in your world when there's grass, trust me. Okay? Now come down here and break that middle block. So yeah, the middle one right there, which is the second one up. Put that. I just think it looks cooler with it. You don't have to. I just think it looks nicer. Okay, put that frame there, and then we're just going to take that one, whoops. We're just going to take that one pumpkin. I forgot you can't quick move that. And we're going to put it right in the middle of the frame. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do around this, we're going to make a little thing like that. And then we're going to leave those 2 there, and we're going to go this way. Okay, so we're just going to trace it, but for the sides, we're going to leave those 2 because that is where the dyeing station is going to go. Again, you don't have to do it. You could put something else there. You could just, you know, whatever you want to do, put it. You could do it as orange. Like you could do it like this if you want, and then put the thing on top. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and break them and put all cauldrons like that. Okay, just like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill these up with water. Okay, and just like that. Boop. And then we're gonna fill it with dye, the orange dye. Some of you may not have known you could do this. You could dye leather, and you can also dye the new, like the leather, like you could dye like leather armor, but you can also dye the new leather horse armor, which is really cool. All right, and then what I suggest you do when you put it here, put it against the back wall, so just in case you decide to lift it up. I think it looks kind of cool that way. All right, so you're going to take these wooden trapdoors and you're just going to put them like that, like on that back one. Whatever that back one is right there. Perfect. Okay, and boom. There we go. And you're done. That's it. That's the whole farm. All right, it will start to work, guys, I promise you. It just takes a little bit of time. But that is it. That is the entire farm. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if it works out for you in the comments, all right? That's going to do for me. Until next time, Captain Av is out. Peace.